Pisces, and welcome to Delos Divine. I'm going to be providing you with monthly tarot card readings to hopefully give you a little bit of insight or clarity into all those little complicated situations. If you do find that this resonates with you, or if you do find that this rings true, please feel free to send me a personal message. I will go ahead and provide a link in the video box below. And that being said, we'll go ahead and carry on with your reading. Hello Pisces, and welcome to your monthly drag. You know what, you guys have a reputation for being kind of a little bit of crybabies, but I have to tell you that I really love you guys, and I have a few favorite fish that I just can't help but love, and I think you guys do mean well, and I think you guys care too much, and I think that sometimes can be your downfall just a little bit. Alrighty Pisces, so let's see what your monthly focus and what your monthly forecast is looking at. So we're going to go ahead and take a look at your spiritual focus, and we have the King of Rings. So for me, Pisces, I feel like this is now you confidently learning to assert yourself this month. I feel like in the past, and I don't know if it's a relationship or what have you, but I feel like in the past you've just been allowing yourself to be a little bit of a doormat. And you've just kind of been just taking it and you haven't been saying anything. But I really feel like this month you are really focusing on learning to take charge for yourself and just be assertive and, have that forwardness that you really not lack sometimes, but it's like, you're so sensitive to the feelings of other people that it could keep you from asserting yourself. And I feel like this month you're just kind of like, you know what, I need to worry about myself, I need to look out for myself, and I'm just going to stand up and I'm going to, take a stand for myself. And I really feel like you're taking this very grounded and a little bit more of a dominating energy that you have here, Pisces. I knew this reading was going to be intense before I even started. So, your worldly focus this month, Pisces, is the Death card. And although some of you could be dealing with actual losses, I personally feel like this is you coming to the ending of a cycle. So I feel like this is you, Pisces. You have invested so much into this relationship, and I feel like you finally got your feelings hurt. I think that one last good time, and I feel like you finally come to this realization of, why am I letting this other person control me so much to this degree? So I feel like you're finally putting an end to this, Pisces, and I feel like this makes sense to your worldly focus because you've taken up your own strength, you've kind of put your foot down and you've laid it down, and I feel like you really decided or are deciding to part ways this month. I feel like you're putting an end to it. You're done with it. You want to move forward from it. And fortunately, with the Death card, that's exactly what you're going to do. Although this is the ending for you, and this is just going to bring about another cycle of feelings that you need to go ahead and get past and move on. This is really what was best for you, and you really did make the right call when you decided to do this. I cannot emphasize this enough. You are really deciding here, Pisces, that you are more important than this other person, and I feel like this, and I just, you're done with it. That's the Death card. You're done. You've cast it aside. You stuck a fork in it. It's done. And now you can finally begin your new process and your new cycle of moving forward. So what you're going to what you really need to focus on this month, Pisces, your monthly lesson is the Hanged Man. And I feel like you're going to be really struggling. Personally, I feel like with dealing with the emotions and the loss that you're feeling of whatever went on here with the Death card. So I feel like here with the Hanged Man, you're really going to try to see that this was for your best in the end, and I feel like you're going to have some trouble seeing that, because I feel like there's going to be a really big part of you, that bleeding part of you that's just like, no, but I still love them. And yes, you can still love them, Pisces, but that does not mean that they're good for you, and that does not mean that they need to have or that they should play a role in your life. So you're going to be struggling to kind of come to grips with this reality. Even I would say here with the Hangman card, you're really going to find it difficult to see things from this other side and from this other perspective, Pisces. But trust me when I tell you that this is really for your own best interest, and this is for your benefit, okay? Don't go back to this. It is the Death card for a reason. That means it is done. That cycle is finished. You do not reopen that chapter, Pisces. Do not go back on your word, because what that is, just all that is going to show to the other person is that they're not going to respect you. And I feel like that lack of respect you're constantly tired of. You're tired of the lack of respect, of being walked all over. You're done with that, Pisces. Here, King of Rings, you are sturdy and true and strong, and you've made that decision and you're sticking to it. And that's here what I get with this card. Weirdly enough, your positive influences are the Nine of Swords, which is the Nightmare card, and it's a card of a lot of anxiety. So for me, I feel like a lot of the anxiety and the nightmare and the uneasiness and all of the dominating and the controlling of all of the emotions that you were feeling has attached itself, is so attached to this other person that I feel like in doing away with them and killing them, so to speak, with this death card, you're doing away with the Nine of Swords, which to me is telling me the source that you have been facing, Pisces, of all of that mental turmoil, all of that anguish, all of the issues that have been brought to your life was because of whoever this was. And now that you've cut this part out of your life, Pisces, you're finally able to go ahead and move forward. And you need to see that with the Hangman. You're going to go back and you're going to want to say, no, but I still feel this. And yes, although you feel these things, that does not change the fact that this was toxic for you. That does not change the fact that this was not good for you, that this was bringing you nothing but anxiety, nothing but dread, nothing but anguish, and you need to do away with that, Pisces. You need to be done with it. It is in your past now. It is not something that you need to be dealing with. Wow, look at that. So what's negatively, oh, this is so funny. I would even switch them. So what's negatively influencing you is the Chariot. And the Chariot is major Cancer energy to me. And it's usually about moving on or moving forward. But because it's a Cancer card to me, I feel like it's the opposite so many times I've seen it come up. So I feel like even with your reading right now, Pisces, I feel like what is negatively influencing you is you refusing to let go. So although you've done the deed, or you've kind of said what you said and you're sticking to it, your emotions, Pisces, I feel like this month you're going to have such difficulty letting go of all of those feelings and processing all of those emotions and all of the hurt and pain that's come with making such a decision. So I feel like you're struggling to move forward. You're going to struggle to move forward this month, Pisces, and I feel for you. I really feel that you love this person. I really feel that you love whoever this is, but I really feel like you did the right thing and you're making the right decision for yourself, because in not doing so, you're just harvesting this negative influence, this negative Chariot energy. I would even put this in the reverse. Like you're harvesting this negative Chariot energy, and yeah, you're just not allowing yourself to move on, and you really need to stop that shit. All right, so let's move on to the next card. And as a word of advice is the Eight of Cups. Try to balance yourself out, Pisces. I know that your escapism, you're going to try to want to drink or smoke. Always smoke. And you want to drink or smoke or do other things, but try not to escape the situation and deal with the pain. Deal with the emotion. Let yourself feel that. It's okay. It's okay, Pisces, to feel all of that. Let yourself feel the hurt, the rejection, the whatever it is that you're feeling, and all of these complicated, beautiful emotions that you guys have, because you're beautiful people. And let yourself feel all those things and just balance yourself out. Do not hold on to what was here with the Chariot card. Please, Pisces, do not go back to that. Do not go back to that. This is the Death card. This is the end. Okay? Do not return to this. This is behind you. You want to harvest the positive aspects of the Chariot and be able to move forward in conquest and in victory. So balance yourself out. Deal with the emotions. Don't try to run from them. Don't try to escape them. Don't try to bury them or drown them in liquor. Deal with the emotions. Maybe medicate with liquor. Just try to handle it, but no matter how you do it, just deal with them. And don't go back. I cannot emphasize that enough. Do not go back to that. Okay? Alright, so we're going to go ahead and do one channeled message, and let's see what the other side has to say for you, Pisces. Five of Cups. Wow, I mean, your whole reading makes sense to me. So to me, I want to tell you that although you are focusing so much on this loss that you're experiencing, or feeling like you have this loss, do not allow it to blind you from opportunities that are going to be presented to you as well. Maybe not this month, maybe not even the month after that. I mean, I feel like you're going to take a little bit of healing time for yourself, Pisces. So I feel like with the Five of Cups, I feel like you are going to experience so much disappointment this month from this decision that you've made, but do not let it make you return to that old fling or that old flame, whatever whatever this is. Do not return to that, Pisces. You are done with that. You absolutely need to move on from this. And one thing that I have learned is when the universe is done with something, it will make sure that it stays done. So I mean, you can delay the process and you can go back, but it's just going to blow up in your face again, and it's just going to get destroyed all over again. And it could even be a lot worse, Pisces. So just stay true to the decision that you made. You made the best decision for yourself. And yes, it is disappointing, but there are other things that you have to be happy about, and there will other things that will present itself to you along the way, although this is over. Okay, Pisces, so I will end your reading on that note. Thank you for watching, and this was such a heavy reading for me, and I knew it was going to be, because it always is with you guys. But thank you for watching, and I hope to see you next month.